Hey YouTube, this is Nick at iDrive, and today I'm going to go over some of the best practices for setting up your BMR device. These are some of the first things you will want to do after hooking up your device initially. The very first thing you want to do once you log into your device for the first time is to update the default admin password. To do this, go to Settings, Profile, Change Password, and enter in your new secure password. And click Change. Next, you will want to configure your device's network settings. To access them, go to Settings, Local Settings, System Settings. Your BMR can be associated with multiple networks using both DHCP and static addressing modes. We recommend setting up at least one interface to use a static IP address so that it can be reliably accessed in the future. However, no matter which way you configure your IP addressing, it will not affect how clients interact with the device. To change your IP settings, click the Edit button, choose your addressing mode, and fill in your IP information. Then click Apply, and wait a few minutes for the new settings to take effect. When changing your IP addressing, make sure no backups are running at that time. And also make note that any and all restore mounts paths will need to be updated once the new IP address takes effect. Now let's configure our local backup policies. Go to Settings, Image Backups, and the two settings you may want to change here is the frequency of incremental and full image backups. The default frequency for incremental backups is every 7 days. However, if you'd like to increase this to be every day, you can enter 1 as a value here. For full backups, we recommend a frequency of somewhere between 30 and 90 days, with the default being 60 here. Click Save. Next, head over to Schedule Backup. Here you may want to adjust the backup window for your clients. By default, machines are allowed to back up at any time of day. However, if you wanted to allow backups only at night, for example, you could enter something like 1 through 7, 18 through 6. The format of this value is the first grouping of numbers corresponds to days of the week, with 1 being Monday and 7 being Sunday. The numbers after the slash correspond to hours of a 24-hour day. So in this case, it would be 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. If you click this help button over here, you can learn more about how to format this value. When you're done, click Save. And lastly, when starting to add devices to your BMR, don't forget that the client software can be downloaded using the link in the upper right-hand corner of the main menu here. That concludes our tutorial for the day. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, or you can visit us online at www.idrive.com. Thanks.